Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel where we delve deep into the wisdom of the world's best books to help you change your mind and your life. Today we'll look at Napoleon Hill's profound but little discussed masterpiece, How to Own Your Own Mind. Imagine having the ability to guide your thoughts in a way that constantly leads to success and fulfillment. Interesting, right? That is just what Napoleon Hill claims to teach us. This book goes beyond just thinking. To attain your goals, you must first carefully organize and control your ideas. Stay with me to the end of the audio. As always, you'll learn not only the conceptual foundations, but also the practical strategies Hill offers for personal and professional success. Whether you're new to Hill's teachings or a seasoned follower, the concepts in this overview can fundamentally alter how you approach your objectives. Do platitudes like, "Your mind can control any situation," or "Think positively," bother you? While they convey logic, how optimistic do you actually believe you are? How do you use your intellect to overcome obstacles? If you are honest with yourself, you will admit that you sometimes lose. Your thinking can be your worst foe. You strive to reach your goals, yet you frequently fail. Many people strive to have a better mindset, yet it stays elusive, perpetuating a cycle of fear and failure. But don't worry, this overview will walk you through a mental shift. You'll learn the crucial value of deliberate action, how to train your mind to recognize possibilities, and, most significantly, how to uncover your genuine purpose and the route to achieving it. So, are you prepared to take charge of your mind? People rarely discuss creative vision in their regular talks. Some may consider that this term is more appropriate for the disciplines of art and literature, but philanthropist and entrepreneur Andrew Carnegie believes that creative vision is something that everyone should be able to achieve. Andy defines creative vision as the ability to perceive opportunities and act on them. Imagination is a key component of creative vision. Andrew goes on to explain that imagination can take two forms, synthetic and creative. Synthetic imagination entails blending ideas and principles to create a novel concept. However, nothing in today's world is truly authentic. Almost everyone has an idea. Therefore, synthetic imagination is rearranging existing ideas to create something new. Thomas Edison is an excellent example of a person who used synthetic imagination. He invented the incandescent electric lamp, also known as the bulb, by combining two previously existing ideas. These were the energy principles and electric lamps in use at the time of Edison. However, electric lamps did not last very long. The light turned on because it had wires connected to electricity which produced a white glow. Electricity would quickly burn through the lamp's metal. Therefore, Edison considered utilizing charcoal, which could burn for hours with electric energy. Edison employed this original idea based on two older ideas for many years. Another sort of imagination is the creative imagination. This occurs when an individual generates a new concept. The artists and writers you respect have a creative imagination. They're not sure where these ideas and images come from, but they do. Back to Edison. Where did the amazing idea to use charcoal in lamps come from? In several interviews, Edison stated that he just had an idea and acted on it. The same goes for the artists you enjoy so much. Often, they have no idea where their lyrics, tunes, or stories come from. That is the expertise of creative imagination. Creative vision necessitates your imagination. In other words, you should begin honing your synthetic and creative imagination for what you require. There are a few things to keep in mind while you cultivate your imagination. The first principle is the definiteness of intent, which requires you to be clear about your aim. The prospect of financial gain can encourage ingenuity. As insignificant as it may appear, money makes life easier and increases its own attractiveness. The second is the mastermind principle. This happens when a group gathers around a table to brainstorm ways to improve a product or come up with a strong business idea. It's an excellent approach to exercise imagination because everyone has the same goal in mind. The third principle is to go the additional mile. Assume a woman, such as Anna, pursues her passion for animal rescue. She adores animals and is always looking for new ways to spend time with them. Anna's love of animals fuels her synthetic and creative imagination. The fourth principle is called applied faith. Whatever you believe in, your faith may be a powerful source of creativity. Famous people throughout history have reached their goals via faith. The fifth principle is that of organized individual endeavor. This is a direct technique to stimulating the imagination to create anything, such as Thomas Edison's innovation, infinitude, of incandescent electric lamps. Organized thought. Have you ever pondered about your own thoughts? Have you ever noticed how you think? Most likely, you haven't. To reach your goals, you must first understand how you think, which requires you to organize your thoughts. This can be accomplished in two ways, by inductive or deductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning occurs when your thoughts are predicated on accepting unknown truths. For example, when the sky is clouded and it appears dark outside, you carry an umbrella. This is inductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning indicates that your ideas are based on known facts. For example, Peter is known as a bachelor since he is unmarried. This rationale does not accept opinions. Opinions cannot be trusted and may be dangerous. Why? Because views are subjective and frequently lack expertise or information. As a result, in order to effectively arrange your thoughts, you should avoid listening to other people's viewpoints. It is often difficult to distinguish between facts and opinions. Here are some things Napoleon, the author of this book, wants readers to understand about opinions. Opinions are only credible when they are based on facts. Renee is one of those that always has an opinion on everything. She takes an effort to express herself in every discourse, always ensuring that her opinions are supported by facts. Opinions are considered free advice. In specific instances or challenges, we should consult our friends and relatives. Diana always consults with her boyfriend, best friend, and parents before making major life decisions. However, she makes it a point to question their counsel rather than mindlessly accepting it. Periodically, we should double-check our sources of knowledge. This keeps your mind alert and focused. Brandon enjoys keeping up with world news. He always reads the daily news. Various media outlets supply him with the information he requires. However, Brandon does not believe all he reads. Instead, he conducts research to ensure that the media outlet or item he is reading is credible and widely known. Furthermore, Brandon understands that different news reports may have different perspectives on the same problem. As a result, he makes certain that he only reads articles written by unbiased journalists. Brandon thinks more clearly when he is choosy about the information he takes. Question everything. Continue to acquire facts until you are certain that something is true. Organized thinking requires time and, more importantly, disciplined habits. You cannot think in an ordered manner until you have a controlled habit. Consider your mind to be a camera that stores a large amount of information. If you're not sure what to focus on, your mind will keep recording everything. In other words, your brain will continue to add meaningless information from around the world, such as propaganda, gossip, and unimportant concerns. A disciplined habit will help your camera maintain focus. It will be able to focus in on a rare bird among thousands of trees. That is, you may concentrate and remember only the most significant and useful information in your brain. Where will you begin your journey towards controlled habits? You accomplish this through the clarity of purpose. For example, imagine you desire to be healthy and fit. You're complaining about how much weight you've acquired. Then you decide to become more conscious of your health. However, your desire to be fit and healthy is purely a desire. You're still eating unhealthy meals. You are not leading a healthy lifestyle. You have not made any modifications to your surroundings. Willpower is required to maintain controlled habits. You must be alert and make an effort to achieve your objectives, I think. You want to develop your structured thinking, but this is only possible through repetition. You are no longer gullible. You conduct research on topics you wish to learn more about. The example above is more about physical repetition. Although it is useful, you should also practice mental repetition. A positive example would be affirmations. Emile Coué, a psychologist and pharmacist, believed greatly in the power of thought patterns or affirmations. His supporters refer to his chant as the health and success formula. The motto was, "Day by day, in every way, I am improving." This line may seem silly to repeat on a daily basis, yet anyone who understands the power of human thought will never underestimate this mantra. Penelope finally mustered the confidence to launch her bakery. Baking has always been her passion. Penelope understood that launching a business was a long and arduous process. Penelope needed to gather money and other resources, so she created a list of activities to fulfill. She also made an effort to focus on only one task per day. Penelope demonstrated definiteness of purpose here. She devoted her time and energy to realizing her dream. Because she will continually be working on her list, she demonstrated bodily repetition here. In addition, Penelope continued to practice her daily affirmations. She continued convincing herself that she was capable and would soon open her bakery. She also reminded herself that good things take time and she should be patient. Penelope's affirmations helped her stay motivated during the voyage. Whenever she felt discouraged or frustrated, she used affirmations to boost her energy. Also, don't overlook the law of attraction. Whatever energy you put into the world, it will return to you. If you consistently look on the bright side, positive things will begin to happen to you, and the same is true for the negative. Controlled attention is just as important as controlled behaviors. Napoleon emphasizes that regulated attention is one of the keys required for success. Controlled attention is extremely powerful. Napoleon referred to it as mental dynamite. You may eradicate all of your self-doubts by using controlled concentration. But how do we achieve controlled attention? This requires 5 factors: a clear sense of purpose, self-discipline, regulated attention, autosuggestion, and willpower. Let us define these elements using the example of a man in need of money. Harold really needs money to cover his rent at the end of the month. Of course, like most individuals, Harold might simply obsess about money without taking any action. However, Harold could also profit from these 5 elements. Harold intends to save enough money to pay his rent, demonstrating a clear sense of purpose. This intent keeps him focused on where he should spend his time and energy, rather than scrolling through his phone for hours. The next step is to develop self-discipline by managing his emotions. Harold is not concerned that he will fail to arrange the funds. He does not allow his doubts and sadness to overcome him. While it is difficult to get money quickly, Harold understands that allowing fear to rule him will be detrimental to his future. His fear would make him give up. The following factor, regulated attention, brings all of the other aspects together. Harold focuses most of his time and attention on making money. This is what regulated attention entails. The next step is automatic suggestion. Harold begins pondering after receiving an autosuggestion. He starts seeking for ways to earn money. Harold, who was adept at fixing things, might ask around his neighborhood if someone needed something repaired, or maybe he could tutor their children in arithmetic because he was skilled at it. Autosuggestion is the mind's method of telling you that there are thousands of ways to tackle a subject. The final ingredient is willpower. Even if the situation appears to be dire, there must be a solution. Willpower is what drives your strong intent and tenacity. Harold approached the first 5 neighbors, who may deny his services, but another neighbor may say yes, so Harold did not give up. These 5 principles will help Harold make money. These are the same ideas that successful people throughout history have followed. Take the example of Thomas Edison. Edison attributes his success to the principles he constantly followed. When asked to pick the most important thing in the realm of invention, Edison compiled a list. He underlined the importance of identifying one's goals, which means being clear about one's purpose. Then Edison clearly defined what controlled attention and autosuggestion meant. Edison stated that a person should focus on the goal they wish to achieve. They should be so engrossed in their task that they don't understand what impossible implies. A person has controlled attention because they concentrate on what they need. They devote time and effort to perfecting their trade and seek assistance from like-minded individuals. They never waste time on things that do not contribute to their success, and they are never deterred by setbacks, hurdles, or self-doubt. This is quite similar to the notion of willpower. Autosuggestion can also emerge in the sense that if a person believes, they will achieve their goal. Edison also mentioned a prevalent difficulty among most people. Most people lose up before even starting. You impose limitations on yourself, preventing you from even trying. You hadn't actually begun. However, your mental attitude had already failed you. Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the modern telephone, understood the value of solid intentions and consistent persistence. Alexander didn't invent the telephone on his first attempt. He boldly claims that he cannot remember how many times he failed. Was this discouraging to him? Yes. Did this discourage him from trying again and again? Absolutely not. He kept trying until he could successfully transfer sound across a cable. Andrew Carnegie's study on controlled attention. Andrew Carnegie had high appreciation for disciplined attention. Anyone may readily apply it to any aspect of their life and succeed in that area. Andrew defines controlled attention as the combination of all of the mind's faculties for a single objective. When Andrew had to create and sell steel, he employed his entire mind. Andrew's key to success was to focus all of his concentration on steel. In other words, having a specialism increases your chances of attaining your goals. But what about companies that value diversity, such as retail merchandising, which includes departments for sports equipment and clothing? Here, Andrew claims that controlled attention may thrive in diversity. Retail merchandising continues to demand specialization. For example, their apparel department employs a manager who is an expert in determining which types of blouses and shirts should be sold. Their sports department also employs an expert who advises on which athletic equipment and machines will sell quickly. Thus, controlled attention can be effective in several situations. Controlled attention can be achieved even in corporate jobs, when departments, supervisors, and rank-and-file personnel are assigned to a certain sector of the organization. A human resources manager never assumes the duties of the chief financial officer. The same thing may be stated for its personnel. An accounting employee is not in charge of sales responsibilities. There is no need to worry if you are unsure about the field to specialize in. Andrew suggests that we carefully consider where to put our time and effort. This will also be beneficial if you have a clear understanding of your life's main goal. It can guide you in the proper route. Claire, for example, is now enrolled in college. She is currently deciding on her area of specialization. Although she is studying communications, she prefers not to pursue a career linked to her field. Claire is finishing her education. She has also considered alternative job options. Claire knew what she wanted to be when she finished school. Ultimately, she determined that it would not be connected to her major. Then she decided on medicine. Claire realized she wanted to help others in need. She realized that becoming a doctor would allow her to benefit the most people. Of course, her college education was not squandered. It helped her become a more effective physician by allowing her to speak more effectively with her patients. Andrew does not believe that not having a specialism is a waste. This time can be used to develop soft skills such as efficient communication, teamwork, and self-discipline. It is also acceptable to change your specialization if necessary. Yes, you spent many years succeeding and remaining focused in a single area, but your interests and ambitions can shift. Yes, starting over in a new career may feel like a waste of time, but there is no bigger waste of time than not doing what you have always wanted to do. Conclusion. First, you studied about creative visions. The capacity to recognize and capitalize on opportunities is referred to as creative vision. You cannot have a creative vision unless you use your imagination. There are two distinct sorts of imagination: synthetic and inventive. Synthetic imagination generates an original idea by mixing old concepts and principles, whereas creative imagination occurs when someone comes up with an entirely new concept. You can apply 5 concepts to spark your imagination. These are definiteness of purpose, mastermind, going the additional mile, applied faith, and organized individual. Secondly, you learned how to exercise organized thinking. Organized thoughts do not respond to viewpoints. If an organized mind hears an opinion, it thoroughly examines it. Organized cognition can only be achieved by disciplined habits. Controlled habits entail intentionally attempting to obtain what you require. This is accomplished through both physical and mental repetitions. Third, you comprehended controlled attention. Controlled attention is equally vital as ordered cognition. There are 5 components to controlling attention: purposefulness, self-control, focused attention, autosuggestion, and willpower. Fourth, you discovered that regulated attention applies to all aspects of life, including careers, can improve your chances of success. It allows you to focus all of your time, attention, and energy on a single field or industry. The more you know about a particular profession or industry, the higher your chances of success. Nobody can stop you from reaching your goals. Ignore your concerns and uncertainties and make a plan to realize your ambitions. What is the true purpose of your being on Earth? Once you find out, your mind, body, and soul will be completely committed to attaining it. Believe in yourself. You can certainly do it. This concludes our tour through Napoleon Hill's How to Own Your Own Mind. I hope you discovered the concepts we discussed today. Hill's beliefs, as revolutionary as they were for me, are more than just theories. They are tools that, when used diligently, can significantly alter the way we view and interact with our surroundings, propelling us to true achievement. If this overview piqued your curiosity, I strongly advise you to purchase a copy of the book. There is so much more depth inside that will help you develop and apply these principles in your life. If you appreciated today's information, please like this video and share it with someone who could benefit from these powerful principles. Your support motivates me to keep discovering the wisdom hidden in the pages of the world's most influential books. Finally, if you haven't already, please subscribe and click the bell button to keep up with our latest uploads. Here at Audiobook 101, we're on a mission to provide you with knowledge that not only informs, but also transforms. I'd love to hear your opinions on the book and how you intend to apply what you've learned. Leave a comment below and let's continue the conversation. Thank you for listening, and remember that the power to alter your thinking equals the power to change your life. Until next time, keep reading, improving, and mastering your own intellect.